What's so special about Cotswold sheep?
Cotswold sheep have got many things really that make them special. One, the first one I suppose, is that they were brought to this country by the Romans. And when the Romans brought them to this country, they didn't bring them for wool or for meat, they built them for manure, to make the ground more fertile so they could grow crops in it. Secondly, because we've discovered eventually that they were good to eat and their fleece made a lovely cloth, then Witney grew to be rich and famous because of the number of sheep that it had in the area.
How many Cotswold sheep are there in the country?
At the moment there are about 1,000 Cotswold sheep in the whole of the country, so there's not very many. They are on the critical list of the Rare Breed Society, and it's not easy to find them.
When Witney was making many blankets, how many sheep were used in Witney?
Thousands, I would think. No one really knows exactly how many there were, but obviously when blankets gave way to duvets and blankets weren't needed, then the sheep weren't needed, so they've diminished in number, because there's very few people now making Witney blankets, or there isn't. I think they're made somewhere else in the country under the name Witney blankets, but they're not made in Witney anymore.
Can you tell us a little bit about the sheep and why you keep them?
Because they've got plenty of character. They're nice and gentle, and I've got a large tribe, and I wanted something that they could handle, but also they've got a knowingness about them. I used to work before with South Downs sheep. South Downs aren't really terribly clever, and when I first started working with the Cotswolds, there was something that endeared me to them. They're found on the Cotswold Hills, and the Cotswold Hills are mainly what we call Cotswold brack, and you can't really grow crops on it. All it's good for is grass, and therefore it's good for sheep because they like grass.